sold my upright bass. It's a bass that I had for 10 years, and it was time to let it go. I just thought I'd share a couple things today about selling a bass that I love. One is that you don't have to be everything to everybody. For a while, I thought that the more things I could do as a musician would lead to more opportunities. And I think that's a good way to start, but as you figure out what you enjoy, I think it's good to lean into the things that you really enjoy and get good at those things. And as much as I admire and respect the craft of the upright bass, it just was never for me. And I had a hand injury, which kind of made it difficult to play, so this thing was just gathering dust. And I think it's okay to say, you know what, this specific part of music being infinite, it's okay to not try and do everything. It's okay to focus on the things that you do well and that you enjoy. So I've decided I'm not going to try and be a mediocre upright bass player. I'm going to lean into electric bass and focus on that. And I think that's a good thing. Another thing that comes to mind is the concept of stewardship versus ownership. And by that I mean some instruments I think you sort of have a life bond with, like my P bass over there. Like I'm never going to sell that if I can help it. That's something that I want to have my whole life. But some other things, I think it's almost more like you don't really own the instrument. It's like you have the instrument and it's your responsibility to take care of it and enjoy it and to use it. And then once you're not doing those things anymore, it's your responsibility to let go of it so that somebody else can do those things. Something that my friend's dad used to say, which is use your tools for what they're designed for, is the first part. It's like don't use a screwdriver as a hammer. And then the second part is use your tools. So if you have tools that you're not using, maybe you're responsible to let those tools be used by someone that will use them. It's almost like a privilege to have access to gear or to instruments of any sort. And I think if you have something that's gathering dust, then maybe it's just time to let it go. Maybe that thing deserves to be used by somebody else. And I think the best thing about this whole situation is the person that I sold this bass to is a really, really amazing local musician, amazing piano player. He bought the bass so that he could have a bass at his place for rehearsals, so that people could just come and pick up a bass and use it for rehearsal. And what that tells me is some amazing, amazing upright bass players in Atlanta, and we have some amazing musicians here in Atlanta, are going to use that bass and they're going to enjoy it and they're going to use it to communicate and to share music. So what's a better use for this bass than that? I'm just so proud that that's going to happen. So Kenny came by earlier to hear the bass, and my friend Kelly, who's been on the channel before, was playing the bass, and it was just cool having a moment where I got to hear this bass played with this artist who bought it and just knowing that it's going to a good home. So it was kind of the best case scenario. So how about you? Do you have a piece of gear that comes to mind from this video? Maybe something that you've been sitting on for a while and maybe it's time to let go of. No pressure, no rush, but just think about it. If you want to support this channel, I have some links in the description. I have some bass courses down there. So if you want to learn about playing bass, I have that in the description. Also, I have some affiliate links to gear that I really like to use, and I do make a small commission on those links. So those are a couple small ways you can help out this channel. But thanks for hanging out today, and I'll see you on the next video.
Did we get it?
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
Okay, cool.
Where can people find you on social?
Kenny Banks Jr. On Instagram. So that's how you can find me on anything.
Okay, cool.
Kenny
Thanks,
Banks
man.
Jr. Yeah,
I'll tell the people.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And thank you, Kelly. Yeah. That was awesome. Thanks, guys.